next.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Well, a very happy new year to all of you watching this one. Joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, saying hello for the first time in the new year, Brock. And also, as we end another regular season, this is our penultimate contest before the old NFL calendar flips a page and our postseason arrives.
And this is where you want to put your best foot forward to begin one year and end another. Your New Year's resolution. Start the calendar year off right and give all the effort you got. Empty the tank over these last couple of weeks. And in this regular season, playing the best football you've got in you.
Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick! And the fumble recovery is made. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They give on second to Benson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400. And he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With his mindset, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. Back to the well again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Putting a receiver in motion. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Back to the air here on second and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They send him left out of the slot. Throw on 3rd down. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! terrific start. They've gone up 6-0. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Daniels on 1st down. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Now Daniels off the play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights, and the Bears drive out to an early 14-0 lead. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bears have it just a hair or two shy of midfield. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty.
That penalty is declined.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They send a receiver in motion right. To throw here on 1st down. He beams one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Bears push their lead to 21-zip already. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked up.
There's kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 29. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Completed to his running back. And he goes out a little short of the 40. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they said catch. Great play. All right, all set up now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up, and they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 24. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. To throw, Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Benson has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut into the lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game.
Commanders 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Pass play coming here. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. So we've reached the end of one on the first day of the new year. 21-7 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. And he makes the Huts go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Commanders 14.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's got time here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They go play action here. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
On 1st down, they'll run. Still has room inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 13-point lead. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's reeled in by Benson. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes this in at the 25. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it's going to be Bears football. They're set up at the 35 now. Running it now out of the gun. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 3. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They put a receiver in motion right. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up 1st and goal. Slot man in motion right. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and throw it here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
He's got it.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, You'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
A 21-yard attempt.
Up and good from Joseph. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bears take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Bears and this running back headed back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Finds his man over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's a Chicago 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears hoping to grow their lead before halftime. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Receiver in motion, headed right. On 2nd and 7. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears make it a 24-point ball game. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Commanders set to take over. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. On first down, here's Daniels. Finding Collins. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back to the line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Bears decide to call their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. He has it at the 22. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Running back sent in motion left. From the 41. Hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears continue piling onto this lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Benson's got it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Second and 13. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Daniels throwing on third. Collins there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Again, Daniels to the air. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're now set for 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Throw caught at the 6. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Bates' kick is up and good. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap. That's the half, and what better way to start our new year than with some football. Great first 2 quarters here. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Twin Cities. Minnesota playing host to NFC North rival Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Elijah Moore, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Roman Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw here on 1st down. It's his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. And they send a man in motion. They'll run now on second down. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain that time, and it leaves them with third and long.
It's now third down and long.
Pass play now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Benson on 1st and 10. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Daniels on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The give now to Benson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Escapes out to the left, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved, and a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
So So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it up to the 27.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He finds space into the red zone. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bears trying to end this before the final quarter. Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead yet again. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing. His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Airing it out to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago first down. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Chicago. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears continue adding on to that lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Daniels. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So that brings us to the end of 3 on New Year's Day. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, the pressure. Boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's on the move. He's running with it. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Escapes a defender. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Pass play on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
2nd and 3. Called in left side. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears continue adding to an insurmountable lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Bears tack on 7 more to their lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Finding Collins. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now, Daniels. Completed to Collins. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Bates' kick is up and good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Bears back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears nearing their 15th win this season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Commanders going dime here to defend this 3rd down. They motion the slot man right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, they'll run. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. running it after the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
So the Bears come away with a win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.